Okay, guys, so we're on the cusp of this happening. So I'm going to skip the jokes today. I know you love them. I know it's the only reason you really come to this channel. But I need to talk to you about the Polkadot ecosystem because this is something I heavily invested in at the same time when I was doing that Cardano video on the Cardano ecosystem. That did very well. I'm not going to toot my horn. You guys know I'm the most humble guy on the internet. That being said, I wanted to at least point some things out to you because, again, I'm not going to tell you to copy my trades. I'm not going to say, look into every little thing I do. And I'm not even going to look at my trades and say, man, if you just listened to me then, you'd be so rich. All I'm going to do is say, this is where the market looks like it's going. You should do your research and at least be looking in this direction because the narrative right now that I believe is about to happen is we just saw Ethereum pump super hard. We're seeing Matic pump really hard as well because the gas fees are just insane. It's the only thing that makes Ethereum relevant. We'll talk about that in another video. We're not going to talk about ETH in this video, I promise. That being said, that parabolic rise is over. BSC we saw exactly what it did when Ethereum had problems. It pumped up big time and everything on the BSC ecosystem is super pumped. Everything in the Matic ecosystem has super pumped. The narrative leading into these next 2 months is going to be DOT and Cardano. I believe the Cardano narrative is going to be hitting much, much, much harder coming probably middle of next month because that's when we're really getting close to mainnet, but we're going to keep seeing everything on Cardano gradually going up just like it has. But DOT has really been slept on overall. It's been doing Chainlink-like things for the past few months. And if we can look at what it's doing right now, and I swear this is going to be the only time ever that I pull a Benjamin Cohen and go into the charts. But if we go into this right here, and look at what DOT's been doing. It's just been accumulating this whole time, waiting for really its next big move because DOT is going to make that big move. And it's making it right now with and the thing that I think is making it move up right now is the Polkadot decoded event that is going on. And this is not only pumping Polkadot, it is pumping Kusama. It is pumping literally everything in the ecosystem right now. And so if we look, Polkadot is way up. It's charging right now, but we're seeing its biggest little brother, which is just important to the ecosystem, just as important as getting parachains on DOT, Kusama, going nuts as well. So what usually happens when we see trends like this is people get in the first thing. They get in on DOT, okay? And this is everybody that's been holding DOT. Then they're going to get on Kusama. And then what they're going to be doing is they're going to be getting into the other tokens on the ecosystem. Very similar to what we saw with Cardano, but this stuff is moving now in the marketplace, and it's a lot closer to doing everything that's promised than Cardano that's a few months off. So kind of time is on the essence right now, and I just wanted to show you projects you should be looking at on this, and I think you should be researching. I'm not saying trade into these things, and these are not sure bets in any way. And also, please do not ape or FOMO into these things. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. The better way to look at it is the same thing happened on BSC. Use this thought process next time you see this end right now and say, okay, cool. Polkadot's seeing its leg up. Its most important project underneath it, Kusama's seeing its leg up. The things have not gotten down to the smaller things, just like they did on Binance Chain, just like they did on Matic, but they're about to. It's likely. It's not guaranteed. It's likely. And seriously, guys, I have to stress one more time. If you see coins significantly pumping, okay, something's up 2, 3x after this video, do not buy it. Don't buy it. Okay, do not follow. You want to be in things before they pump or when the pump is just barely starting. You do not want to be up in a 2, 3x pump. You will lose your money. I can almost guarantee it. So be careful, okay? And if you're getting in on something that's 2, 3x, you better know the TA and you better know what you're doing, okay? Don't hop into something that's up 2, 3x and be like, what happened? That's exactly what happened. Be careful. But you need to be very, very familiar with the Polkadot ecosystem because all of these things are going to keep going up. Because what I believe is about to happen is we're going to see, I think ADA's already made its big move up. We're about to see Polkadot make its big move up. And you have to understand why this is happening. First off, Polkadot is a real competitor to Ethereum. We get into how the people that used to work at Ethereum moved there to make Polkadot. We can get into all the problems with Ethereum, the gas fees being $500 the past few days. The narrative's not in Ethereum's favor right now. It just isn't. I don't think we're going to see Ethereum crash or anything like that. It just isn't. And Cardano's already got its big leg up, and we're probably going to see this gradually increase the next month or two. You know, I don't see us going to like 250 like that anytime soon. We already had a massive leg up with it. DOT right here is having their big event right now. And there's really no reason why it can't have the leg up like Cardano. And so let's look at the things that it's going to push up. First and foremost, Kusama, I still think, I think this is going to go to $1,000. Okay, it's just crossed its all-time high, and I would kind of be wary about buying into this right now. But for a long-term hold that I would be getting into and holding for a while, my biggest bag is ADA, DOT, and Kusama. And so this is really fun for me to see. But again, everything that's going to be coming to DOT has to come to Kusama. It's going to be huge. And if DOT explodes, Kusama is going to explode, and it's going to get bigger gains. Okay, and DOT's about to probably explode going into these next 2 months. Now, as we get a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole, we're going to go to something that has a pretty large market cap right now that is also starting to go up. Okay, so I bought this one a few days ago. I should have released this video a few days ago. But Fala Network. Okay, it's the first privacy coin on there. I honestly got this one from Elio Trades. I'm not going to act like I discovered this on my own, but I invested in this a few days ago on this premise, doing the same exact thing. The thing is, the reason why I'm making this video right now is, again, be wary and do your own research on these things. But Polkadot is probably about to have its Binance Smart Chain leg up. And so these are things you could be moving in right now. Okay, I would be very wary about getting these things. They'll probably calm down here in a second, and that's probably where I would enter at. If I was going to talk about stuff that's undervalued right now, Polkadots by far is the most undervalued thing on the DOT network, in my opinion. It's bumping up right now, but you can see it's kind of bopped back down. But again, this has been really overlooked. Look exactly what all the other DEXs on Matic, on Binance Smart Chain have done. If Polkadot explodes and people start using this, it is just so massively undervalued right now. It was at like about 25 yesterday when I bought into it. But again, you know, I'm actually more confident suggesting it right now because it's already pumped a little bit and it's going down. So that's easily the most undervalued thing on the ecosystem, in my opinion. Another one that's in a good point right now is probably going to be Kylan. I like this one right now because it's another low market cap, but again, it's not really doing anything. Okay, it hasn't seen its pump yet. So I like Kylan a lot on here. And what this is very similar to is Chainlink. Okay, and we saw the same thing happen on the Cardano network with Charlie 3. Okay, so what you have to understand, guys, is when we see ecosystems pump, the thing you got to keep in mind is you can just look at the Ethereum ecosystem as the old ancient one, but there's so many projects on there that it's kind of confusing to look at. The better thing to look at is going to be the Binance chain or Binance coin ecosystem, and more recently, the Matic ecosystem. Every single time an ecosystem pumps, the main coin pumps, then the really important projects underneath it pump, then the DEXs, the oracles, the swapping systems, the Launchpad, the NFT platforms, those all pump. We've seen it literally with Binance chain. We've seen it happen, or we're seeing it happen right now with Matic really hardcore. And now we're really starting to see the first big bump up or leg up for DOT. I don't think it's stopping anytime soon, especially when they start getting everything live. So we can also go look at this one. Again, isn't doing anything. This is more of a long-term hold. Reef. I like this one somewhat as a long-term hold, but it's not one I'm particularly, I just don't know enough about it to really talk about too much. But this is a big project on Polkadot, and it could easily go to, you know, a $2 billion market cap. And these are all the projects on DOT that I'm pretty familiar with. I really made a lot of money in Reef, and I held it really at the start of the bull run, and then I exited around here. I'm really considering picking it up again because it's really important to it. But just to wrap it all up, guys, those are the ones I think. I don't want to push anyone particularly too hard. I just want you to know the ecosystem, what's happening there. And the main thing that's really, really important, and the big takeaway from this, guys, is we're probably going to see this pattern happen more and more of this bull run. We're probably going to see something like this with Harmony One. We're probably going to see something like this with AVAX. We're probably going to see something similar like this with any of the Ethereum competitor chains. The thing that's exciting about this is the same thing I mentioned with the Cardano video I made a while ago, is DOT is by far, next to Cardano, the biggest competitor to Ethereum. But it doesn't kill Ethereum, so it can also work in the same place without getting messed up by Ethereum, which is also a threat to Cardano. That being said, as one of the biggest competitors in people's eyes, the ecosystem that's there is going to get the same amount of hype that Binance Coin and Binance Chain got. And so that's why I wanted to make this video today, because when this was happening during the Cardano ecosystem boost, which is still going on right now and is still really smart to look at, I would watch that video as well. I noticed this trend really starting to creep up a few days ago, and I went in really hard on this right now, and I really should have made a video then, but I still think it's incredibly early for DOT because, again, if we look at the market caps on them, DOT really hasn't seen its leg up. It's seeing its big leg up right now, and I think we're going to see it do, it's farther along than Cardano is in a lot of areas. So we could see it really go up here and start to challenge Binance Coin here pretty soon. If you're in any of these ecosystems, when that happens with Cardano or DOT, you're going to do very, very, very well. And so is this the altcoin trades of the century that you should just be FOMOing into and aping into right now? No, but there's a really strong chance the market is moving in this direction. And so you should at least be very, very, very aware of it. That all being said, I am no trading savant. I'm just letting you know what I'm thinking. It might work, it might not. If you want to see what I'm thinking a little bit earlier, I would follow me on Twitter. I mentioned all the things about Cardano that are way up right now on Twitter before the video, before they all went up. And then I mentioned a lot of these things on Twitter all the time before this. I'm not saying copy my trades. I'm just saying it's really good to have an idea of what the market is heading towards and what it's looking like. So if you want that, follow me on Twitter at CSS Becker. That's all I got today. No jokes. I got stuff to do. This is a rushed out video. I apologize, but I wanted to get this to you before this DOT thing really picks up steam, which I think it is going to do if the market keeps going and having another leg up. So I'll see you.